Hi guys, how are you today? I just wanted to jump on and give you a little tutorial that I thought would be really fun. Let me get my zoom in here so you can see the watercolor really well. What you're looking at is one of our tutorials from our private group members. So if you are looking for some in-depth tutorials and you want to access the archives, pretty easy to do. All you have to do is go to jackswatercolor.com and look for the section in the menu that has to do with tutorials. And there are really great tutorial classes, and then there's also a live tutorial group. So depending on how you want to take your lessons, you might want to do something like the watercolor tutorial Facebook group that is also available through YouTube as well, which is really fun. So depending on where you want to go, you can go to the tutorial Facebook group and do that as a monthly subscription, or you can do it over on YouTube as well as a monthly subscription. And those are for the more in-depth tutorials, but there are a lot of free tutorials in these groups that I run as well, like this one that we're going to do today. So I thought, since we are almost getting ready for our next season, which I'm excited about because it's been so hot here. Oh my goodness, it's been really hot for spring. I thought I would do on a sheet of my high quality watercolor paper. So this is Jack's Cotton. I thought I would do some ways to make trees really quickly. So I'm going to be using Twilight Verdant. It's one of the handmade watercolors from my collection. It's a beautiful green that gives you a lot of really cool options. And then Mystic Moss is also a beautiful green with a little French burnt sienna. So Mystic Moss, the big difference between Verdant Twilight and Mystic Moss is that Mystic Moss has more of a blue granulation, and Verdant Twilight has more of a dark, almost like a black granulation. So this one can get really black if you want to do like a greeny black for your backgrounds. Really cool. Both are very high quality pigments, and you'll notice like the depth of pigment is what's really the difference, and the formulations of the pigment are really different at Jack's Watercolor because they're handmade. So the first one, we're just going to kind of like take some of this. See how dark that verdant is? It's so pretty. We're just going to take some of it and we're just going to blob it around for our tree. And you can make one more liquid, like see how it's darker on the side, lighter on this side. You can do that, and I would encourage you to do that right away if you want to cast light, and just don't make it evenly round. Make it not evenly round. Okay, so easy just like that. And then take a thinner brush or a tool, take a little bit of burnt sienna, just add a little bit of that into your greens. Now you can mix greens. So like in the tutorial that I just filmed for the watercolor group, I mixed all kinds of really fun colors to get, you know, this kind of effect. And it was really fun to do. So now I'm just gonna take some of my burnt sienna and I'm just gonna pull it through my tree. Misty, that's my dog. She wants attention. Very easy. So you can decide how developed you want your trunks just by continuing to pull them down just like that. I think you'll have a really good time with this. And as we go into this next season, I want you to like pay attention to trees and see exactly how many branches you can actually see in them, especially as they start to lose their leaves. You know, you can see a lot of the branching. Now I'm just doing this one quick with, you know, lots of wet just to show you the idea, but you can develop that into, you know, gorgeous layers and tones. That's something we would do more in the private tutorial groups. Another one is a really cool, easy structure. So you would just kind of take, I'm going to take Mystic Moss, and you would just kind of like dry brush rub layers of color into your paper dry. So my brush did start out wet, but now it's dry, and I'm just kind of scrubbing in color. And this one is Mystic Moss. So you can see it's got more of the blue undertones. And then you would just go in and you can add some blotches of water. And if the watercolor paper is nice, it will keep developing for you as you go along. Then take, again, a beautiful tone of neutral. I'm going to take the French Burnt Sienna. This one is sourced in France. It's a beautiful PR102. But with PR102s, remember, they are all different. There's so many different variations of this. So you might have a PR1 102 and then you'd be like, oh my God, that doesn't look anything like mine. And that's because this one is sourced in France. It really just depends if there's fillers in it, how they've milled it, you know, all that kind of stuff. I do a lot of sourcing all over the world. So there, look how easy that was. See, and you've got like some of these really neat little like dry brush areas. Try not to get rid of those. And then I'm just kind of tapping in a little bit of my burnt sienna in different areas just to kind of like develop the colors and the shadows a bit. So cool, right? So cool, so easy. And let's do one more. Ooh, I'm smearing. Oh, that was like a happy accident. I like that. All right, need a tissue so I don't get this all over me. Okay, and the last one, actually I have so many of these I can do, but the last one, let's do some cypress trees. So we'll take, again, maybe a mix of the two, and we're just going to create some little blobs, basically. I always think of Van Gogh when I'm painting cypress trees. Let me grab a little bit of my verdant. This is that like really gorgeous green. Any of these colors that you're looking for, if you want to buy some highly pigmented handmade colors that you will die for, you can either get them in a monthly subscription through Jack's Watercolor, and that's where I send the paint directly to your door. Those are samplers and give you a lesson on things you can paint with those. And we do it all together, which is really fun. Or you can just go on jackswatercolor.com and go ahead and just order whatever colors are in that month of run. And I do different runs of colors every month. So when you see them and you like them, buy them, because we might not be able to go back and replicate a color exactly the same. So now we're just gonna like give it a little bit of this. Let's pull down, I need my thinner brush. Pull down the some easy stalks. Now this would be a good one for a little bit of French sienna. This would be a good one for a card, especially for like the holidays and Christmas. And you can pull up a little bit of your burnt sienna into the tree trunk if you don't want it to be just green. Very simple. There you go. Really easy. So those are 3 really simple and easy ways to paint trees, care of Jack's Watercolor. I hope you guys are enjoying the group. Thank you so much for abiding by our rules. Just remember that if you want to post to the main walls of the groups, you always want to post one of the lessons or something from the monthly watercolor subscription or something that we're actually working on so that it can be judged for our contests. Otherwise, there are daily posting strings that you can use to show me other work. But remember, please don't advertise for any other lessons, because that is more spammy, and we don't want a lot of like different people just in here professionally posting watercolor. If I let one person do it, then we are going to have to let everybody do it. just to be fair. So we're going to stick to just Jack's watercolor lessons and the tutorials that support this group. Thank you so much, you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this little tree lesson. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.